Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you?
I'm good.
Good. You ready?
I was ready. I was waiting for you.
I know I'm a little late.
You are.
Yeah, and I'm not usually. Okay, let's do it. We're here. We're ready. So take your feet to the width of the mat and go all the way to the back. We're just going to fold with your spine long. Just let your arms dangle and just come down till your fingertips touch the floor. And once they touch, then just sort of come back up nice and slow. We're trying to push the weight into the back of the body. So back of the feet, stick your butt back, and just sort of oscillate between up and down, nice and slow. I'm going to do 2 more, and then we're walking out into a plank. Here's your last one. So you're going to stay down, hands to the floor, take baby steps. Let's walk it forward. We're going to meet in plank. Keep your feet nice and wide. Lift your hips as you walk it back. And now this time you're going to unhinge and reach your arms out to the side. Come all the way back up. Reach for the ceiling. Nice and long arms. And then take it back down. Hands to the floor. Walk it forward. Your feet are still nice and wide. Shoulders over hips. You're nice and high on those toes. And then butt up in the air as you start to walk it back. Arms out to the side, reach and lift. All the way up with the arms. And one more time, take it down. Walk it out. Now this time, you're going to bring your feet in 6 inches apart. And you're going to step your feet into bear. Nice little stretch for the back of those Achilles tendons. Hopefully you're feeling it. Now let's put the knees down and let's start some cat-cows. So round the back, draw the hips back a little bit as you do this, and then bring them forward as you sink into the shoulders and look up. Let's do that again. Round the back, drift back, come forward and drop in the shoulders. And one more time. Nice. Okay. Stay in your quadruped position, but let's get the back nice and neutral. So you hollow out the belly. You're going to slide the left leg back behind you. Toes are still down on the floor on the left foot. And just take the right arm out, forward, reach it long. And then put it back down, slide that foot in and switch sides. So your back leg is staying down on the floor, just the toes. And then switch again. Now this time, lift the left foot off the floor, put it back down and switch, slide back, lift up, and then switch sides again. Let's do this last one. Now come back to those cat-cows, drift the hips back. I just want you to hold on this one spot for a sec. Keep hollowing out the belly. The back is nice and round. So you're trying to create space between those shoulder blades and let your head go so you're not holding it up and straining your neck. Now come forward so your shoulders are over your wrists. Take your gaze up. So now you got a big arch in the back, but you're pulling in the belly. Now I want you to come onto the tops of your feet. And I want you to sit back on the heels. And then come back up off the heels and do it again. Sit back and come forward and take it back one last time and come forward. Okay, let's get back on the toes. Let's get into a small downward facing dog. Heels down on the floor. Push those legs straight. Hold on this spot. And if you can't get your heels down, step your feet in a little closer so that you can. Now let's elevate nice and high on the toes. And let's hover the knees above the floor and bear. Take your face, look up. And back to that small dog with your heels down. Push the legs straight. Get high up on the toes, as high as you can. You're wading into your arms. Lower the knees, just above the floor. Pick your face up. Hollow out that belly. And one last time, downward facing. Heels pushed towards the floor. Now, from this position, high on the toes, cover the knees, shoulders over wrists, look up. Put your knees down. You're going to cover the hips right over the heels. You're going to slide your hands forward, tuck your ears inside the arms, stretching out these lats. So take a few deep breaths here. Nice. Now come back up into that quadruped position. I want you to take your right hand to your right ear with your elbow out to the side. Then I want you to lift the right shoulder up. The elbow is going to go with it. And then put that hand down on the floor. Do the same on the left side. Left fingers on the left ear. Shoulder lifts. And take it back down. Come back off the knees into that small downward facing dog. Heels down. Legs are straight. Walk your hands back to your feet. Shift your hips as far back as you can. And walk your fingertips forward. And you got a little tug of war going on here, so you release through your side body. Your arms are long, fingertips only. Keep pulling those hips back. Legs are straight. Just breathe. Nice. Now let the fingertips come close to the toes, and then inhale and extend to a flat back. And then fold back down. Let your head go. Inhale, extend to a flat back. Legs are straight. Fold back down. One last time. Inhale, extend. And now, arms out to the side. Reach and lift. Come all the way back up. Sweep the arms up towards the ceiling. And back by your side. Nice job. Okay, we're just going to circle these legs a little bit to get our hips nice and open. So this right knee comes up and you open it to the side and then you pull it forward again and just oscillate between the two. It's also a nice little balance challenge. Keep that foot flexed. Let's do a few more. Okay, now this last one, open it to the side and then flip it around so the heel is pushing up towards your butt. You have a huge hamstring activation now. And then bring the knee forward, let that hamstring release, bring the knee up to the chest. Nice, do the same on the other side. Wherever you want to keep your hands, that's going to help you balance. Open out and bring back. And keep that foot nice and flexed. Great job. On this next one, swing it around, get your heel up to your butt, Feel that hammy. Now bring the knee in. Nice and high, squeeze it up there. And then let it go. Okay, turn and face the right side. We're gonna start today's workout with lateral lunges with no weights. So let's get our feet nice and wide. Your hands can be at your heart. We're gonna move them out in front and then eventually we're gonna start working them. So right now, lunge right, butt back, spine long. Come back up. Lunge left. So you've got an opportunity because you're not holding any weights to really focus on range of motion. So I've got this going on nice and slowly, trying to get as much range as I can without rounding my upper back. So we're just going to go side to side, nice and slow. Try not to overweight the front part of the foot, right? You want to activate all this back body. So you know you're getting good range when you feel it through your inner thigh on the opposite leg. The leg that you're not bending. Okay, let's push the arms out now as we squat and then come back up. We're going to hold the arms out. You might notice a little bit more range. Okay, so now the arms are going to come up, all the way up to the ceiling. Reach them, and then bring them down as you lunge. And then up, and then lower. Up, and lower. And up. You have one more on each side. Make them good, really, really lunge, butt back. Nice. Now straighten both legs, fold your upper body down. Just dangle it. Let the head go. Legs are straight. Now from here, we're going to inhale and extend to a flat back. Take your hands up to your waist to get your torso parallel to the floor. Let's shift our hips back. Left arm comes out, right arm comes out. Just hold on this spot as you breathe. Nice, take it back down. Now, we're going to just do one more exercise here without weights and then not to worry, we're getting the weights. Okay, left arm out to the side. This is known as windmill. Lift that left shoulder up. Drift the hips backwards. Keep lifting from the shoulder. Nice, let that hand come down. Do the same on the opposite side. Arm out, hips back. Almost like you're gonna fall, and then start to elevate from the shoulder. Keep the belly pulling up and in, and then relax. Walk your feet together, hands above the knees, bend your legs, come up nice and slow. Great job. Okay, here we go. We're gonna start out with some bicep curls and squats. So, grab those weights you normally use, your feet are hip width. We're gonna come down to a squat, and then we're gonna curl as we come up. So squat it down and curl. Nice and slow. Again, you're weighting the back of the body. Keep good posture, right? We don't want to lose that nice long spine. Nice job. Okay, we've got 8 more. And we're going to add on a shoulder press. So exhale on the way up. Inhale on the way down. Last two. Nice. Okay, hold it up here, shoulder the weights, just alternate. One up, one down. Great job. Keep your neck nice and long. So you're not dropping your chin. You've got the back of the body working and the tummy working. Do 4 more. If you want to do them both at the same time, go for it. 3, 2. Nice. Last one. And 1. Okay, great job. Put them down. Whew. Grab a quick sip of water. We're going to start to work the hamstrings. A lot of posterior muscle chain work today. So, picking up the big boys. Whatever you got this heavy is what you want to be holding. Left foot forward, right leg back. Whoops. Don't do that. Make sure you have good distance between your feet. We're going to come down with a long spine. You got some big boy weights in your hands. Come back up. Or big girl weights, right? Stay up on the toes on that back foot. Don't round the back. So this is actually working your upper back because you're keeping it engaged while you hinge up and down. But ideally, you want to be feeling it the most in that hamstring. Okay, switch your feet. So right foot forward, left foot back. So here's a trick for figuring out how far back to put the foot. Start out with both heels down. So spread your feet as far as you can with both heels down, then come up on the toes on the back foot, and then start your hinge. So it's not a big, huge spread between the feet. You should feel very stable doing this exercise. So I have 80% of my weight coming into this right leg. Who said this was easy? Woo. Keep both of your legs straight. You know this right one, it wants to bend because it wants to use the quad, your front leg muscle, but you're not going to let it. This is definitely a hamstring targeted exercise. Let's do 2 more. And here's the last one. Okay, let's put the weights down for a sec. Oh, we're gonna have a lie down. We're gonna have a lie down. How fun is that? Grab your band. We're gonna work our outer hips. And then we're gonna do that Sean butt exercise. Really good hamstring core exercise. So let's get these hips done. So take the band just above the ankles. Lie all the way down on your back with your legs up. And here we go. So nice and flat on the shoulder blades. You should feel that whole upper back skin on the floor. Open out and close slowly. So we've already targeted and woken up our inner thighs when we did the lateral. Now you're working your outer hips. So lots of control on the way in is what we're looking for. Keep your neck long, your shoulders relaxed. This is only about the legs. So really looking for perfection here. Nice and steady on the way out. Nice and steady on the way in with no holds. The only thing we're going to do here to switch things up is we're going to change the angle of the legs. But not quite yet. Soon. That's my way of saying get ready. Because if you think your belly's working now, when we start to move our legs forward, it's really gonna work. So we're gonna do 8 more, nice and slow. We're only doing this exercise 1 time today, so we're repping higher counts, because we're only here once. Now, as you begin to get tired, your legs aren't going to want to go out as far, but really try your best to kill this, to make it great. Okay, let's move the legs a little forward till you feel like that belly. Oh, what's going on? Yeah, you got to pull the belly down and now keep going with the same leg movement. So you're bringing more muscle to the party here. The 6-pack muscle is getting a workout. And isn't that awesome? Fight for these reps. You got to get those legs nice and wide every time. You have 4 more nice and slow. Keep those legs pushing forward so you feel the belly. 3. Whew. Don't use your upper body. 2. And 1. Okay, that pretty much did me in. I don't know about you, Sue, but holy shit. Okay. Stay lying down just for a nice little stretch, and we're going to challenge that core again. So block out your legs straight. They're still pointing up to the ceiling, and you have your feet flexed. Your belly is down. Sink your rib cage. Take the right leg down in slow motion. So when I say that, that's like 6 or 7 counts to get down, 6 or 7 counts to come up. Push your heel out and keep the legs straight. You're going to feel the side body, switch legs, and the tummy work. We're going to graduate this to both legs at the same time. So it's important to keep engaged and the belly down. So that's how you determine on this next one how low you take both legs. So you're just going down nice and slow. Keep that stomach down and then come back up. So you might want to start out maybe just going down a little. Now I want you to pick your head up off the floor and take your hands behind your head with your elbows out to the side and just kind of go up and down. This is waking up that muscle. So you have one job to do here, and that's keep the stomach down. Okay, you're going to take the legs in slow motion all the way down to the floor. It might not be that slow, but as slow as you can. Now, full body stretch here. This is the calm before the storm. We're going to do the Sean Hammy core exercise. We haven't done it in a while. So let's point the toes first and enjoy this little moment we're having. How good does this feel? Reach the arms really long. Nice. Okay, bring your arms back by your side. I want you to open up the chest so you're nice and flat on the back. Pull the feet in a little bit so you can connect your toes. Turn your toes to touch. Turn your knees in to touch. You ideally want to have the smallest bend in your legs that you can muster. Fingertips only, so the back of the arms are not on the floor. So we're going to do this in stages. Start to push your heels down towards the earth. Start to squeeze your knees together. A lot of force. Start to isometrically pull those heels towards your butt. So you've got 3 things going on already. You've got the heels pushing down, then you've got the heels pulling towards your butt, and you're squeezing your knees. The next thing is to make sure the belly stays down. You gotta keep all this shit going on and lift your butt. 5. Once you lift your butt, you gotta squeeze those knees even harder. 4, 3, 2, and release it. Go to a straight leg and take the arms all the way back behind you. Oh, how good does this feel? Woohoo! Happy Saturday. Okay, bring the arms back. We're doing this 3 rounds. So you've got 1 down and you have 2 to go. How awesome is that? Flat on the blades, toes and knees in, fingertips only. Push down, pull, and lift. Squeeze harder your knees. So you got 5. Squeeze harder. 4, 3, 2, and release it. Straighten the legs, arms go back. Oh, I love this. Big deep breaths. Okay, fingertips, toes touch, knees touch. Push down, pull, squeeze and lift. Keep your belly pressing down. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, squeeze harder. 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh my goodness, take it back with the arms, stretch, point the toes. Great job, pull the arms forward, tuck your chin. We're gonna roll up 1 vertebrae at a time. Your heels are in the corners of the front of the mat, so you got distance between your feet. Round the back, fold down between the legs. You're just gonna chill out here and breathe into your lower back. Keep your belly pulling in. Just breathe. Okay, I think we did justice to our legs. Now we're gonna do some justice to our upper body. So, chest presses, 2 different angles, flies, and tricep extensions. So we're starting out with a regular old chest press. Bend your legs, get down with your heaviest weights that you can do for a chest press. So elbows out to the side as you lower. Squeeze your chest as you push them back up. And do your best to keep your wrists nice and neutral. You can see them in your vision. So check them out. Now I want you to just roll the pelvis up so you feel the low back skin on the floor. And just keep going nice and slow and steady. You pick your pace. Maybe if your weights are not really that heavy, you might be going a little quicker. Don't forget to breathe as you press up. We're not counting reps here, we're just going to keep going. This is working the muscle based on endurance. We're just trying to be able to rough it out here. And don't worry, we are not doing push-ups today. This is our chest work right here. Make sure you're kissing those weights together at the top. So I'm going to try to squeeze in, I don't know, maybe 8 or 10 more. Got 2 to go. Definitely feeling it. I hope you are. Last one. Okay, we're going to put these down. We're going to do flies next. So that's where you open up nice and wide. So you might go to a lighter weight depending on what you've got in your pile. I'm going to grab a quick sip. Okay, here we go with our flies. Bend those legs. Pelvic tilt. Open up nice and wide till you feel the backs of the upper arms hit the floor. And then you start to squeeze the chest as you pull them together. Now, if you have one arm stronger than the other, I want you to try to keep this pace the same with both arms. So you're looking for lots of control. Nice and steady. So here we're really fighting gravity when we open up the arms. You want to be the boss of these weights and really control the movement. And I'm going to try to do about 6 more. Then we're going to give our arms a little bit of a break. But we're not done, arms. Don't get excited. We're just going to do a little core in between before we get to our extensions. Okay, let's put these weights down. You're going to stay lying down. So bring your knees, bend your legs, bring your knees into the chest. Just a little reprieve here for a sec. Make a circle with your knees, why not? Your lower back, a little massage and love. Change your direction. Okay. Low back on the floor, legs bent. You want your feet flexed. You want your knees over your hips. So, now pull the knees in towards the chest and rock them back out so they're over the hips. Feel the activation in the stomach. That activation is what you want to maintain. And now try moving the knees even forward, even a little more forward. But you want to feel nice and secure as you rock these legs out and in with your low back on the floor and your stomach down. So you decide on whatever range of motion is appropriate for your body today. We're different on different days, we all know that. Some nights we sleep better. So many factors. Okay, keep rocking these legs forward or out and in. Out and in, but the legs are staying bent, right? Let's just do a few more. So you can go a little further, keep that belly down. One more. Okay, put the feet down. We're going to do tricep extension. So you're still lying down. Get your weights, whatever you use for an extension. So we start out with them right over the chest. So your arms are straight and you got your wrists over the shoulders and your palms face each other. Come on down, nice and slow. And then I want you to sort of punch it up. So increase your pace going up and keep it slow going down. Keep a nice loose grip. Do that big pelvic tilt so you got that low back on the floor. And just keep going. Slow going down, up pretty quick. Now you're probably feeling a little shaken in the chest muscles, hopefully. Just work through these. This is your last arm exercise. So really pay attention to keeping the elbows when the arms are bent. Elbows need to stay forward, right on top of the shoulders. A lot of people move them towards the back of your room to offset some of that weight. And I really want us to feel these triceps. They're not very big muscles, but we want to get them strong. And if you start to fatigue, you can always alternate and just do one at a time. Make sure we're exhaling out as we're trying to lift the weights back up. Let's see if we can squeeze in about 5 more. Okay. I'm done. These arms are done. Okay, put the weights down, stay down on the floor. Spilling my water. Okay, legs all the way up to the ceiling. Get them nice and straight. Flex your feet. Arms are by your side. You're going to open the legs. Just let them hang out to the sides. So you want to train your mind to deliver the message to release. And then bring them together. Take the right leg forward and all the way down to the floor and bring it up. And then do the same with the left. And then open back out again. Now this time you've got your arms on the floor by your side, so they're going to help you a little bit. You're going to just move the feet forward while they're spread apart. Really control the tummy. Move them forward till they come together and then lift them up. A little bit of work for the hip flexors, which is good. Open out. Draw them forward till your heels meet and then lift the legs back up. One more time. Open. Forward. It's kind of like a little circle and then back up. Okay, pull the knees in. You're going to take your hands, clasp them around your left shin and extend the right leg all the way down along the floor. Nice. Bring that right leg in. Switch your hands over to the right leg. Left leg extends down. Nice and long. You're really trying to push your calf down and your heel forward, if that makes sense. Bring that knee back in. Switch hands over to the left leg again. Take your right leg all the way up to the ceiling. Pull the left knee in. Lower the heel just above the floor. Now, I want you to release the hands off the left knee. You've got your right leg extended out, it's in the air. It's as low or high as you need it to be. Let go of that left knee, but try to use your muscle to keep the left knee close to you. Lift your head up and take your arms by your side, palms face the floor. Little hold here as you crunch up. Tuck that chin. And then bring the right knee in, put your head down, relax. Both hands onto the right shin. Take that left leg, get it nice and long, down towards the floor, as low as you can. Now, once you release that right knee, keep it where it is. Release it, lift your head up, arms come forward, tuck your chin. Hold on this spot with your shoulder blades off the floor and your belly down. Nice job. Keep holding. 3, 2, both knees back in. We're going to roll the head to the right and then roll it to the left. Roll it as far as it can go. Even if it feels a little tight, that's okay. That's your body saying this is good for you. Look. Just keep going side to side a few more times. Okay, keep your fingers clasped together, but take your legs all the way down along the floor. You're going to straighten out those arms. Arms, you've got your finger, you're holding your hands together. Take the arms backwards. Really important here to keep them straight. Now, if your rib cage puffed out, that's okay. But keep that belly taut. Bring the arms back down as far down as you can get them, straight, and move them back again. Just a little shoulder mobility. We did a lot of arms. This is a good stretch. And now you're just going to oscillate between up and down just a few more times. Got a few minutes to stretch it out. We're going to do a pigeon stretch today. Okay, when your arms are back, separate them so the hands are now shoulder width apart. You're going to start to move the arms forward. You're going to lift your head, tuck your chin, get that belly down, and roll yourself up. Nice job. Okay, make sure you have space. We're going to come into a pigeon stretch from a plank. So let's get into a plank, high plank. Oh, it's Saturday. We need to be good to ourselves, right? Okay, so you're in your high plank. You take your right foot up behind the left hand. We slowly come down onto our forearms as we slide that left leg back. So I like to do this in stages so we don't shock our body. So just start to really breathe consciously. Big, deep breaths. Close your eyes. So you want to keep that left hip flexor pushing towards the floor. If you can inch the left leg back a little more, do it. And now if you're ready to stretch it out, go for it. You're here for 6 big more breaths. Okay, back up to the forearms. Back up onto your hands. Meet me in a plank. From this plank, we just switch feet. So your left foot comes forward. Come on down slowly. Start to inch the right leg back. Just hang out here for a few big breaths. Try not to be sitting on that left hip, right? It's all about getting your right hip down. So you should be completely off the left side. Take it all the way down if you can and just breathe. Close your eyes, get lost. Okay, back up on the forearms, then your hands, back to that plank. Take it to a down dog. Hold on this spot. Let's get some good blood flow to our face. Relax your head. Just breathe. Okay, let's take baby steps with our feet all the way forward to the hands. Once you get there, inhale to a flat back. Fold back down. Inhale to a flat back. Now, while you're in this position, I want you to take your left foot and cross it over the right. Drift your hips backwards. Try to get that IT band on the side of that leg, releasing. So really weight into the heels here. You got that right leg straight, you got a bend in the left one.
Keep your spine in extension, take that foot back, cross over the other way. Drift the hips backwards. Now that left leg straightens. This is also a great way, because you're doing the one leg at a time, to release all the tendons behind the knee. If you feel that, that's a good thing. Let's just stay here for a few more breaths. Okay, bring it forward, uncross. You're gonna do a nice slow reverse swan dive all the way back up. Flip your palms, reach for the ceiling. Left hand comes down, take it over for the side body stretch. This is your last effort. And then opposite side. Great job. Thank you so much for your power and strength. Have a fabulous day. Woohoo! We got it done.
We did.
Yeah, we are the bomb.